Hello everyone, and welcome to Mr. Simplifies Tutorials. In this tutorial we'll be looking at return on investment, or ROI as it's popularly known as in the business world. Now, return on investment is, in its simplest possible way, the return produced on any investment. It is expressed as a percentage, and it's calculated as net profit divided by your investment, or basically the costs involved, into 100. Now the costs involved is underlined here, the words, because of a reason, and you'll know that later. Now let's take a look at some simple examples to clarify this for you. Let's assume that you bought an item for $500, pounds, whatever, and let's say you sold it for the same value. So the ROI in this case would be 500 divided by 500 into 100, which is 100%. So you basically broke even, or you made a ROI of 100% is what they would say. Now let's assume that you bought an item for £500 and sold it for £700. So the ROI on this item would be 700 divided by 500 into 100, which is 140%. Simple enough? Now let's look at something slightly more complicated, or practical, I would say. Let's say you're managing a team of sales professionals. Let's say their average weekly sales is £10,000. So you decide to send them on a training program, and the cost of the training program is £15,000. Please note the words full cost calculated being in the brackets right next to the figure. I'll come to that later, why they actually exist there. So let's assume now, continuing with the example, in the upcoming weeks the average sales of your team go up to 30,000 per week. So it was 10,000 initially, went to 30,000 after the training program, and 15,000 was the cost of the actual program. So what would be the ROI of the actual training program? It would be 30,000, which is what they now sell, and then minus 10,000, which is what they sold before the training program, and the cost of the training program, which is 15,000. So that brings an ROI of 130%. Now, this calculation is definitely based on a few key assumptions in the business world. What are these assumptions? The assumptions are that, firstly, all costs were calculated. The full cost of the intervention was taken into account. Now this could mean opportunity costs, like costs of actually not selling and attending the training program, costs of the facilities for getting a trainer in or sending the team out, cost of the room, the projector, the amenities, etc., etc. All of them were taken into account to come up with that cost figure. The other assumption is that no other intervention affected sales. For instance, there was no Christmas bonanza, there was no buy one get one free, or anything of that sort which would actually impact or positively impact sales, which you'd say, because there you see an increase in the sales per week, and that is what you've reported. So there is an assumption that the training program is the only thing that actually impacted the results. Now, how do you actually ensure all of this? How do you actually isolate the other influences? Because there surely would be other influences. And how do you actually calculate full costs? Now that is a topic to be investigated. That is a topic that I can coach you on, that I can provide a tutorial on. If you're interested in learning about it, please do let me know in the comments, and I would produce a tutorial on the same. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Please support this channel by sharing this video and subscribing to the channel, and I'll come up with more videos on a more regular basis. Thank you very much. Bye.